Hello everyone. If there is a river or lake near your house, then you surely know you can't swim in certain places. There's no way. Well, for example, any pitfalls there, or according to legend lives a terrible monster. But there are reservoirs in the world in which not only cannot swim, but if possible, well, better not even tuck your hands and feet in there. We don't want to scare you. Now you will see everything yourself. And so these are the places in which it is better not to swim. Let's go. Loot. Cry. Warn immediately if you manage to make yourself a sandwich or stock up on some other goodies. Before watching it, better put them aside, because this story can definitely ruin the appetite. And let you not be fooled. Bubbles in the name of this body of water, because their origin, well, nothing to do with anything cute. Once there were swamps in its place, but along with the growth of Chicago, narrow streams leveled to ensure the flow of fresh water into the city. True as it often happens, industry also developed with the city, and all her wastes themselves merged into the first place they came across. Unfortunately, this place turned out to be one of the tributaries of the river. With time at the bottom of the reservoir accumulated a huge amount of most of the products of animal origin. And the water literally started wandering and bubbling. If someone felt bad now, we honestly warned you. Yenisei is huge. Beautiful river, Yenisei deadly for anyone who decides to dip in it. And not because of a strong current or anything like that. The content of various microbes in water. Yenisei exceeds any permissible norms. If you swallow such water, you can get infected immediately with a bunch of all sorts of which will have to be treated for a very long time. But that's not the only problem. Different businesses drained into water, petroleum products and other chemical nonsense, which is capable not only cause you a couple of chronic diseases, but also undermine health forever. In general, we very much do not advise you to ever swim in the Yenisei, even if you really want to. Horsesholik. This California lake is truly gorgeous, except for one little detail. After several earthquakes occurred in the region in 1990s, harmful gas emissions occurred that literally killed all the trees around the body of water. Yes, they still lie there like that, as if reminding tourists of the danger, because she didn't go anywhere. The thing is that the emissions of this poisonous gas are still happening, and they're completely unpredictable. That is, one day you will not even notice them, and in another they can easily destroy all living things, including hapless tourists. Kippy Falls, there is a waterfall in Hawaii, which is one of the favorite places for swimming among tourists. However, local authorities are seriously concerned, because instead of to rest peacefully and enjoy the beautiful view, guests waterfalls jump into the lake next to it from a great height. And that, well, doesn't end with anything good. At its finest, tourists can get off fractures of varying severity and spend the rest of your vacation in a cast due to numerous accidents. Hawaiian Tourism Board is even going to delete guidebooks all mentions of the waterfall, Kippy Falls well, and locals claim that the whole thing is in the spirit of the waterfall. Who has a bad temper and really dislikes when he gets disturbed by noisy tourists? Island Fraser, perhaps. If we say, now we're talking about Australia, you can guess for yourself. What is so dangerous? Hiding on the beaches of Fraser Island. Yes, right there, dangerous. Absolutely everything. Despite that this place looks like a corner of paradise. You cannot swim near the island in any case, primarily due to the strong bump current, which can easily drown an inexperienced swimmer in case you manage to avoid the flow. Sharks will come to his rescue, poisonous jellyfish, and even sea crocodiles, who will gladly dine to hapless tourists. But if you think that you can just not climb into the water and calmly lounging on the beach, hurry to dissuade you. This is Australia after all. Therefore, on land, you will be trapped, well, completely poisonous spiders. And with them hungry dingo dogs, in general, it is better to choose some other place to relax. Lake empty. Imagine, though, reservoir with crystal clear fresh water. It was not polluted by emissions. Any chemical plants? What is everything there? Numerous tests conducted by scientists confirm that the water in the lake does not contain known to science poison. The only strangeness that can boast of empty, those are little gas bubbles, which makes his water look like champagne or some Sprite. But those natural gases are absolutely harmless too. There were no man-made disasters around. Word. Practically the perfect place in the middle of Western Siberia. But for some incredible reason, in this lake has no fish. Birds do not fly to him, and it seems that all living things try to stay away from the reservoir. Why this remains a mystery to scientists. So we wouldn't advise swimming in that lake. Well, little something. Blue Lake. The secrets of this lake, located in Kabardino-Balkaria, for many years haunted not only scuba divers, but also two scientists, and it's not just about its beauty or bright blue water color, which is provided by a high content of hydrogen sulfide. Actually though, this place is considered truly mystical. They say that until now no one has been able to see the bottom of the reservoir, and local legends claim that he is not at all. Yes, scientists have found the bottom of the Mariana Trench, but never could understand where Blue Lake ends. Even greater creepiness of the lake gives the fact that there's no fish here at all, and divers who tried to find the bottom of the Blue Lake were leaving there in an ambulance. Besides, remains a mystery. How does the lake fill with water? Because not a single river flows into it, or at least a small stream. Counts. There's a whole system under the Blue Lake, underwater caves. However, no one has yet been able to confirm or refute this hypothesis. Mona Lake. If you score in Google the name of this lake, then you will see how pretty is there. Honest word, any of the photos of these places can be safely used as wallpaper for a desktop, or even print and hang on the wall. However, such beauty is very deceptive because the Mona is among the most dangerous reservoirs of the planet, and all because of Los Angeles, which started to grow back in the 40s of the last century and gradually drained all the tributaries of the lake. Mona has been drying up for 50 years and managed to lose half of its volume before the environmental disaster was noticed by people. Of course, immediate action was taken, but it was too late. Due to high salt concentration, the lake got toxic and overflowed with all sorts of carbonates, chlorides and sulfates. Shamed Los Angeles decided to correct his mistake, but the Mona Lake Restoration Project might go away. Decades. The voice you selected does not support this language. Please click from the side of this reservoir located in Florida. It seems like the most ordinary pond with clean water, which poses absolutely no danger. But it is worth diving deeper and immediately becomes clear. Why even an experienced diver better not deal with that lake? All because of the network of underwater caves and transitions between them, length of which reaches 1.5 kilometers. In some places, it's a harmless looking lake, has a depth of about 100 meters. So study a body of water without special training. Definitely not worth it. Some even call Lake Everest in the diving world. And perhaps this is the fairest name. What can you think of? Maybe you know some mysterious places in which it is better not to get involved. Share this in the comments so everyone knows where it is better not to swim. Love cool, spectacular experiments? Then come to this channel. There, you will find a bunch of useful life hacks and a lot of cool homemade, which definitely will not leave you indifferent. Subscribe, and you can surprise your friends. And that's it today. My workshop, your mood.